welcome back to Beauty Bee. So in today's video, I wanted to feature one particular shade in two pretty different looks. The shade that I'm specifically looking at is this shimmery sort of olive to grass green. I'll get you a swatch of it on my hand so you can really look at it. And so there it is. Oh, that's not showing up very well at all, though it looks good in person. It's some combination of the lighting and the shimmer that's making it not. There it is. Now you can see it. So what I wanted to do is show some looks that use this in conjunction with other palettes, with other shades. Because I was doing some looking online, and I was having a hard time finding anything that used these colors without just being sort of the standard look that I think e.l.f. has laid out in this palette. And what I see as that look is using some combination of these two on the lid, blend this in this matte, slightly darker shade in the crease, and then use this, I think it's coming up almost black, but it's really a very dark forest green on the outer corner and maybe as liner. So what I want to do going forward is take some shades from palettes and show that you can get more than just what the company is guiding you towards, to encourage people to dig into their collection and use it in different ways, to let themselves get better use out of their collection by mixing and matching, and realize that you can get looks that are interesting, that are new, without necessarily needing to buy something. All right, so I'm going to talk through two tutorials, including the one that I'm wearing right now. It's the second one, and I think you can tell that this shade actually lasts pretty well throughout the day. It's been 10 hours since I put this makeup on, and I took a nap. So we're really looking pretty good. And all right, let's get into it. We're going to jump right in with this gold shadow. I'm going to take it on this sort of paddle-shaped brush from Wet n Wild and spray with setting spray, load up product. I think it's worth it at this point to mention that I already had eye primer as well as some concealer all over my face, wearing it as a pretty sheer foundation. I'm going to put that eyeshadow all over my lid. But I'm going to take a very long time to figure out how to do it. So let's see. My thing says 48 seconds now. Let's wait. Lid number 2. It's only been 14 seconds. No, we'll suffer more through the second one. Good, keep going. Yep, add some more. Don't know why it didn't show up as well in that second lid, but it surely did not. Also, I really squint when I do these, don't I? I always feel like I am not making silly faces as I'm doing it. In fact, I'm telling myself not to make stupid faces. But then I look at it and it's somehow resting bitch face with some major boredom mixed in. And we're still building up that gold. Oh my goodness. It's been a minute and 13 seconds. Girl. Okay. Gotta search, gotta search. Oh, now we get to the shade of honor. Very good. Now we're just gonna take that on the finger, load it up. Wow, your nails are in bad shape. Tati thinks you don't have your life together, and she's not wrong. And we're going to layer that right on top of that gold, but only putting it on sort of the outer half of the eye. What this does is it creates a duochrome-ish effect because at different angles, you know how sometimes you have a hard time seeing, why am I having a hard time with these words? You know how sometimes you have a hard time seeing a shimmer shade on the lid when you move your head to different angles? Same idea works here. When you hit different angles, you can see through that first layer, but you see the second layer underneath. So this is a good way to sort of customize the duochromes that you can get. You know, I don't have any duochromes, much less a sort of a peachy gold to green. But with this, I'm able to get some of that effect. But in this case, I'm keeping this whole look fairly soft. I wanted this to be something that didn't look out of place with this sort of gray-green t-shirt. Wasn't looking to do some like full beat with this. Now I am darkening up my outer corner. And it's with this slightly darker matte green, if you didn't pick up on that earlier. I've also put that into my transition area on a little bit. So now what I'm doing is I am further blending out that transition area, but I have moved my hand to the end of the brush so that I'm putting very little pressure on it. Thank you, Tati. I would still look like even more of a clown without you. I'm dragging a little bit of that underneath the eye. Now I'm trying to judge if things are blended, and I decide they aren't. So now I'm taking a really clean, oh, no, skipping a step here. Now I'm going in with a liner brush into that shade of honor, the shimmery matte green, the shimmery olive green, and I'm going to line under my eyes with that. I know I've already put a little bit of color there, but I'm going to keep this really close to the lash line while the other color was pretty diffused. Apparently I have a very difficult time figuring out where I've put things 20 seconds before. And I can attest, there is video evidence of that, and also my entire life is evidence of that. Here's where we take the clean brush and we blend everything out. Here's where the color shifts, because I don't really know why, but it does sometimes. All right. Gonna spend longer blending than you put on the eyeshadow? Nope, maybe not. Windshield wiper. All right. Yeah, it's looking pretty blended. There we are, friend. Time to be done. Okay, and you agree. Yep, it is indeed time to be done. Hey, we love that kind of positivity. Now we're going to highlight the brow bone and the very inner corner. This is a matte, not quite white. It's very, very light pink, actually. And I'm gonna just take that on this little e.l.f. shader brush. Okay, under the brow bone. Dip in again, get the inner corner. This I do manage to do on like a reasonable time frame, and I am very proud of myself for that. First time for everything. Vroom! Now we're doing my eyebrows and some mascara, and I sped this up because it took forever. This is me doing it 4 times as fast, and I still feel like I don't have anything to say during this part because doing brows and doing mascara just really is not that interesting. Okay, now for the blush. We're going to use this sort of nudie pink angled blush brush. I think I actually used the same blush in the second one. That's fun. Pretty light on the blush. Now for some highlighter. This is the Essence Pure Nude. For what I wanted, I just wanted something pretty light, pretty easy, not a lot of shimmer. In fact, there's no glitter in this, it's just glow, and it looks really pretty natural, though I find that in winter this can be just a tad bit too dark for me. And now in with a creamy mauve lipstick. I don't know why I'm dotting it on instead of just putting it on because I end up covering my entire lips, but you know, I can't vouch for this past version of me, even if it was like 36 hours ago. Oh, thank you for the glamour shot. Beautiful. And I think you can sort of see that little bit of a shift. And see ya. And we're moving on to look number 2. Yes, hello to you too. Already confused. Oh no, having a hard time opening this. Show them your muscles. Yeah, you got it. I'm gonna start with this mint green. I tried going in with my finger and it actually worked relatively well, I think. For this look, I wanted to go sort of, I'm calling it my Pixie Hollow look. It was very soft and sparkly. Okay, get that second lid on. And I went with what I'd always thought of as Tinkerbell colors. So this really sparkly minty green, and then a also somewhat minty but dusty light blue. You won't see that for a minute, but it's coming. Just you wait. So I decided I wasn't getting enough pigment off of that green just with my finger, so now I'm going to go in with that paddle brush and the setting spray. And let's see how that works. Hey, much better. Yeah, if you thought that it took me an uncomfortably long time to build up the eyeshadow on the other look, just you wait. This is going to be a joy. So, finishing that other lid. Now we're going in with a different, but somehow no cleaner, similar brush and dipping into that shimmery blue, more setting spray. Gonna use up that setting spray. Love how I just jostled the camera and pretended like I didn't. Standard. And we're putting that blue on the outer half of my lid, overlapping it just a little bit with the green. And we're not looking at the camera or even facing in the right direction because why would anyone want to see you apply makeup to your lid during the eyeshadow tutorial? That's silly. Can I get copyright striked if I don't make money? It's a good question. Do I sing in tune enough to get copyright striked? That's another good question. All right, yeah, yep, you're looking pretty even. That means you get to move on to something new, right? Yeah? Yeah? Or are we digging? Oh, yes, we do get to move on to something new. We're taking this crease blender brush and searching. Ooh, different crease blender brush. Couldn't see that one coming. And we're going into that sort of, I'm going to call it a slate green. Oh, maybe a sage. That's a better color. It's a matte. And we're going to put that in the crease and use it to just blend out that entire area. And are we going to do it in a reasonable time frame? Oh, I think we are. Think we are. Oh, good girl. And don't know what that was about. Yay, and we see the star shade. So what I'm going to do is take this on an angled liner brush, and I'm going to put a wing with it. Wetting that so that it shows up hopefully super sparkly, though I found that it did not show up as sparkly as I may have hoped, though that's not really the fault of this particular shade. It's more the fact that it was just compared to such glittery shades that were all over the lid. All right, lining the eye. We're going not the entire way into the inner corner, but we're going really pretty far in. Really stopping probably close to the little notch that defines your corner. And oh, that's the part where I put my wet brush into my matte shade and decided to hope that I hadn't completely hard panned it. And I didn't, but I did need to put a bunch of green stripes on my wrist to get that matte shade off. Wow. I feel like I should take it as a good sign for the rest of my life that even though I am a pure chaotic disaster during all of these tutorials, I usually end up with something pretty decent at the end, usually. Oh, and here's where I had to speed up myself putting on my eyeliner because it took too ridiculously long and I didn't want to spend 3 minutes talking over me putting on shadow with eyeliner. Okay, so I didn't think that was showing as distinctly as I would like it to, so I went in with that dark matte green, and I'm overlapping just sort of the outer third on both the top and bottom lashes with that color, just because I felt like the light green by itself sort of looked like a mistake. Okay, if I'm right, yep, that is the end of the eyeshadow. Now on to mascara and brows. And no, I do not have anything more interesting to say this time around than I did last time. So let's just see how quick we can be done with that. Oh, good. Love that. Love speedy. Blush. Same blush. Probably even the same brush. And I managed to say both of those words correctly. I am so proud of myself. Cheek one, cheek two. Oh, are we skipping the nose? Nope, we didn't. Got the nose. No highlight with this. And oh, here's the part where I realized that the lipstick I had pulled wasn't gonna work at all. So I had to go get a new one. And this is a NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. I will put the shade name down below, along with all the other products that I've used. Please never feel like you need to buy anything to follow one of these tutorials, but I like having pictures so that, different lighting doesn't mess up your idea of what I'm using, or if you did find that you didn't have anything similar, I really enjoyed everything I used in this tutorial. We are not limited in this house to only taking a long time to put on eyeshadow. Sometimes we take an uncomfortably long time with lipstick too. And the fact that I'm pretty sure I'm running out of this, or it's dried out, or some combination of the two, certainly does not help. I think I needed to go in 3 different times to get my lips done. Oh man. Well, I'm glad I didn't speed up through this, because then we wouldn't get to see the faces, or we'd get to see them at a much faster speed, which is always fun. Okay, are you good? Oh, nope, gotta put the lipstick away. Now you're good. Ah, the hair. It's always a problem child, isn't it? Great, now we study, decide if things are good, and hey, 2 thumbs up is a lot, but I'm glad you're happy with that. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I would love to know, first of all, what you thought of these 2 looks, and second of all, if you like this concept and would like to see more of doing 2 pretty different looks with the same shade featured. Thanks again for watching. I hope you'll like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I really hope I'll see you next time. Bye!